Hello friends, in this video blog today I am going to tell you how to become rich. Isn't this what you always wanted to know? Yeah, don't you? Let's go ahead. 2 years back, I was depressed because I had no money. I had directed 2 films, I have written 1 book, I have worked as chief AD, I was in production. If you don't know anything about me, I would like to tell you something about me. 6 years back, I was a software engineer. I came to Mumbai and I started working at film line. I was lucky. I got a job after 2 months of landing here and struggling for a very brief amount of time. I worked in art department. I worked in cinematography. I worked in production, direction, and every fucking thing I can lay my hands on. After 2 years, I started making my own film. It was a very low budget film called Amphigori, which you can find on YouTube if you just type Amphigori. And by the time also, I have written 1 book called Amphigori, which you can also find if you Google it, and also you can find it if you Google my name. After that, for 1 year, I did nothing except doing the post production of my film and also doing ad films as a part time job in art as an art assistant. After that, I did my second film. It was called Lhasa Fort, and it never got released. Both of my film never got released. So 2 years back, if I go to know flashback, I was frustrated. I was depressed. I was on a verge of nervous breakdown because I had no money and the things that I have done never reached to their conclusion, and I had no friends. I have no future, and I was like 28 years old, 27, 28 years old, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Why is this particular thing happening to me? Why am I not getting any money after reading so many books? I've been following every fucking rich guy and I've been doing the same things. And I got success very early. I made the film. Well, people have been struggling here for like 10 to 15 years, but they are unable to make the film. But I made my first film and I wrote a book, complete fucking book, and still I'm not very successful. So I was frustrated, and in frustration, I was watching movies because when you're frustrated, what do? You try to distract your mind. So I was trying, in order to distract my mind, I was watching movies on my laptop, and there was a movie called The Secret. I had watched Secret before. One of my friends had shown me The Secret, but it didn't affect me. I think there's the right time for everything, there's always a right time for everything. So that was the right time when I needed to watch The Secret. So I watched The Secret, and it told there's a thing called law of attraction. So I was like, oh, acha, there's a lot of law of attraction kind of thing. I had no idea what it was, but they told me that everything that is happening to me is a result of what I'm thinking. Everything that is happening to me was a result of what I was thinking. And I was like, huh? And I thought about it. And I realized that everything that was happening to me was indeed my own thinking. I was too afraid. So there was, supposedly, I didn't know, there was 2 kinds of brains that we have. There's a subconscious mind and there's a conscious mind. So what we think in conscious mind is actually gets filtered into subconscious mind, and subconscious mind actually makes it happen. So subconscious mind is basically a magician, or you can say it's like a god kind of thing, which whatever you think makes it happen. You won't believe me, but trust me, it's true. So if you're thinking, I don't want money, I don't want money, I don't want money, you won't get the money. If you think that I don't want to release my film, I don't want to release my film, your film won't get released. It's because of that my film didn't get released. Because when I was making my first film, I was too afraid to have it released because it wasn't a very good film. According to me, it is a very good film. A lot of people have praised me for that film, but I think I could have done better. And that's the feeling you get every time you do something. Like, I've written my first book, and I always think that I could have done it better. Of course, anyone could have done it better. Every time you do something, you could feel that I could have done it better. But if you keep doing it better and better and better, you will never finish the product. After making Lhasa Fort also, I thought that this is not one of my finest films, and I don't want to release them. And the same thing happened because I was subconsciously telling myself that I don't want it to happen, I don't want it to get released, I don't want it to get released. It never got released. So after that moment, I got indulged into this thinking of secret and law of attraction and what I think becomes, and I had no proof of doing it because they said if whatever you think now will happen sometimes later. But what I've been thinking till now had been negative. So negative things will happen to continue happening to me for like 30 days more. But I need the verification. I needed to know whatever they are telling me has a base or truth in it. So I indulged myself in a lot of books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and Science of Getting Rich by Walter Wallace, and Tony Robbins, and Bob Proctor, and Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale, Dale Carnegie. I have read Dale Carnegie way back, but I re-revised it. And there were lots of books, Robin Sharma, and Brian Tracy, and all these kind of books I've been reading. Every single guy said the same thing. Whatever you think becomes. So, the way to riches is to think. There's no other rule. You can read a lot of books, you can watch a lot of movies, you can attend a lot of tutorials, you can do a lot of seminars, you can do anything, but there's no resort to which you can avoid the process of thinking. So think and become rich. Goodbye.